December 21st, Quake Estate, we are doing another LHT meet. Like the meet we did last September, but this one is going to be bigger. December 21st, 5 p.m. till close. Mark your calendars. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll give you all the details. Billet S2 for the Jackson Racing Supercharger. This is a little bit newer design, a little bit better flow, a little bit better angle for your throttle body, easier to make an intake, and black anodized. And guess what, guys? It's less money. Trying to pass on the savings to you. We've got a new manufacturer making these in a higher volume, showing you basically what's going on behind the scenes, what we're doing, and some of the products that we have. Storage bags for your S2000, we're about 50% sold out now. These fit on the passenger side. We have them in blue, silver, red, white, and they match your interior nicely. Just remember, I won't sell it if I don't use it. I should have that on a t-shirt. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna sell it. Emblems, we have them in chrome and black for your S2000s. We will have fixtures back in stock any day now. We make these 3D printed. Oil filter wrench S2000. Oil cap wrench for S2000. Oil filter wrench for everything else Civic. Oil cap wrench for all the Civics. VTEC solenoid cap, battery tie, brake, master cylinder, brace right there, bracket for the Jackson throttle bodies, and the bumper brace. More bolt kits coming, dresser bolts, TCT, brake rotor bolts, dresser washers, more stuff coming. We're putting them together in packs, and again, something super easy you can install yourself. Master shift rebuild kit, our most popular product. Sell so many of these, I install so many. One of the most rewarding things you can do. New S2000 oil caps, brand new in the bag, so that if yours is scratched, you can replace it. Pedal buttons, I'm going to show you that here in a video soon. Nachi bearings for your pulleys, cam sensor clips, injector clips, our favorite light. I'm going to demo this for you a little bit later. Sell so many of those, use it every single day. Pedal buttons, we put those in packs of 3. Your S2000 requires 3, 2 for the clutch, 1 for your brake. If you're going to do one, do them all. Save yourself some time. If it sounds like this when you press your clutch down, it's most likely the pedal pad is disintegrated. We have them in the store, LHTperformance.com. Super easy to install. Makes a huge, huge difference. So these are 22,000 mile seats, but of course with age they get a little dry. So what I'm using is this right here. I clean the seats first. I put them in the sun the way it says. It tells you basically to get them warm, 10 to 15 minutes. And then I rub this in. This is 2 coats, much, much better. It's a little dry here and there. It's actually not bad, I think it's this one. It's not too bad, very, very good condition seats, but it's something that S2000 will suffer with. Doing the soft top, new soft top is on right here. There it is, nice new top. First time I've put the top on this car. Obviously bought it in 2020, 4 years later. Nice new seal, color corrected. It's a red stitched shift boot, red stitched wheels, seat belts. Something else we're working on. I haven't put the bag in there yet, but we do have the storage bag. I'm gonna put it in. I did pull one aside for my car because they're sold pretty quick. We're working on the cup holder, and we do make sure whatever we sell works with the other things we sell. Basically, we don't want to make it where you have to have one or the other. The bag will work with the cup holder. It sits on these little hooks back here, sits nice and tight. You go around corners, it's not going to fly off. This is nice to put some paperwork in there, and it's out the way. It's not going to blow out the car. Nobody even knows it's there. You can put your dyno sheets in there, your registration. As you hear, the fridge hasn't been too happy since the last power outage from Milton. This is the tool right here, the one I was showing you. We have them in stock. This is for this style cap, like the Civic Type R and the Integra Type S, and pretty much everything 2001 and up. I'm not a fan of this cap. I think it's ugly. Not only is it ugly, it's a pain. The Integra Type S and the Civic Type R have this nice fancy cover, and the cap is kind of down a hole. This can be a little bit tricky to get off. Well, you can always use some of these right here, and you jam these on here, and you just take that off. Well, over time, you're going to scratch this cap, and you're most likely going to scratch this cover, which some people might not make a big deal. If you get these kind of things and leave them in the engine bay while you're working, that guy doesn't really mind a scratch or two. If you're like me and you want to keep your car nice, it's a new car, it came from Honda with no scratches, and you don't want to add scratches. Doing basic maintenance This just makes life a little bit easier. Allows you to grab a hold of that. And again, trying to make oil changes a little bit easier, smoother, and a little bit more enjoyable. So there you go. Set the cap on and off. You're not going to scratch the cap. You're not going to scratch the cover. And this can go in your collection with your oil filter tool. The mouse traps are doing absolutely nothing. Either something's eating the cheese off that, or it's just disintegrated, or the ants have eaten it. And this one in the bathroom, same thing. It's untouched. Actually, it kind of looks like it is a little touched. Who knows? Let's see. Maybe the ants are eating it. Is this still sensitive or not? I don't know. Is it gonna work? Yikes. These things go with such a bang. Somebody mentioned using peanut butter. Actually, a couple of you guys mentioned peanut butter. I think I'm gonna try that because the cheese isn't working. And we are still getting mouse drop-ins around here. And even though I don't want to hurt animals, I really don't. I don't want them chewing our car. So let me get some peanut butter and we'll circle back around with this later. Let's talk about filters and oil filter tools and Hondas in general. Few people like to fight with me on the internet for some reason. It's like the old school days on the forums, you remember, where you used to just pick a fight with somebody, and the more posts you had, obviously the more intelligent you were, because that means you've spent more time on the internet, which means you are generally smarter. S2000 book right here. This is the sequence. I cracked myself up here. This is the sequence for your oil filter torque spec. It's obviously done by degrees. You see these numbers right here? These correspond with the number on the filter. This is the old school filter, the one we all liked because it was a pretty blue and we all got used to it. This was essentially the filter for the CRX too. If you guys go back that far, this is the CRX book. See how many miles this book has on it? I've spent a lot of time with this book. This is the torque sequence for the filter too. Look at that. It's exactly the same as the S2000. Because that was the S2000 filter and the CRX filter. Now it got replaced with this one. This is made by Mall. Honda chose this filter, so it's good. Don't panic. Don't listen to the guy on the internet that has 75 posts. He doesn't know as much as Honda. Trust me, he doesn't build Hondas. This is now the filter that fits all Civics. Pretty much anything except S2000. S2000 is the large frame. See the difference right there? This is S2000 only. Don't put this small filter on your S2000. If you're a mechanic guy, oil change guy, super cool guy down the street that has been working on cars forever, if he puts this on your Honda, he's not doing you any favors. Okay, let's fast forward to our oil filter tool. This is billet aluminum anodized. It has the corresponding marks on here, which is what matches up to this. You're basically going to turn it 7/8 of a turn. We all know that you should oil this seal before you put it on. It's not only to stop it sticking to the block, it's so that it actually twists smooth and gets an accurate torque spec. That's the reason for that. Corresponding number, you're going to turn it 7/8 of a turn. That's the S2000. This is the Civic book, 2002. Honda decided to change that whole thing because they went with this new filter, which is the smaller filter. This, 3/4 of a turn. Start off with number 1, you're going to turn it to number 4, start number 2, turn to number 1. Hence why our filter tool is divided into 4 equal parts, so you can do that 3/4 turn easy. This is also a CRX wheel. See that shape right there? You can line it up with either this or the hole, whatever you need to do. You put it on your filter. You turn it till it just stops. You don't turn it and crank it. You turn it till it stops with a bit of resistance. You line up one of these positions, and you do it 3/4 of a turn. So let's say we start here. We are going to go 1/4, 1/2, 3/4. That one's done. So let's recap, shall we? 3/4 of a turn, 7/8 of a turn. So there you go. There's the main differences. This is from Honda, which make your car. They know more than you do. They make the car. They also made this crappy oil filter tool, which I absolutely hated. Yes, I still have one. Which inspired us to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours and dollars and stuff to develop our own, which is 1,000 times better. You use this, you will make your oil changes so much more pleasant. Another thing I've been working on, this is a bracket that you can buy. It's essentially a modified bracket. There's a few people reproduce it now. And this is a phone holder This is like the 4th one I've tried. There's a few magnetic ones on there that some have an actual charging port here, or they charge magnetically. Even with a MagSafe case, they tend to fall off. I use an iPhone, but I've tested a few different phones. This brand I like. This is more of a mechanical style. You press a button back here, it releases it, you squish it down, it grips the phone very nice. I like this over a magnetic one. Also, it's rubber here, it's rubber on the sides. This is adjustable. I'm running the 15 Pro Max, I think it is. I don't know what it is. It's one of the big iPhones, but all the big phones fit in this. Only negative to this, when it's open, it rattles. Not a big deal, you can close it. Rattle goes away. The other issue, this is the modified reproduction bracket. Somebody makes it, I don't know who, but I'm going to remake the whole thing because I don't like this position. Is a bit too close to my hand. When I get on and off the shifter, my knuckle is hitting here. It's just to a point where it's annoying me. I mean, I don't have a lot of room. This is an aftermarket shift knob. It's about 3/4 of an inch taller. Not a huge deal, but it's just, after owning it for 2 weeks and playing with it, I've got to sell something that I like, and this is annoying to me. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to redesign this bracket and bring this bracket up here. Bring the phone mount up maybe 2 inches. I've got about 4 inches before it becomes visible in the windshield, which I don't want. But I want it away from the knuckle right here. I don't want it so it's so tight here. I'm running into it. This is something we'll offer in the store, and I want to try and keep it fairly inexpensive. It's a ball mount right here, so you can angle it towards your passenger if they're navigating, you're navigating, whatever. Also, I'm thinking by bringing it up a hair, you can use it as a camera for a forward mounting camera. Right now, your camera would be pointing at the dash or up in the sky. So that's something I'm kind of working on. So I would plug the shirts, but I put a post up on Instagram and they're selling like crazy. I think we sold 50 of them yesterday and more are going out today. But the black shirts, they are going to be, that's a $5 from each shirt we're going to donate to the hurricane relief. The Del Sol shirts, they're 15 bucks. Very, very cheap and a really good looking shirt. I'm really excited about this shirt. And I'm not even a Del Sol owner. These over here, once they're gone, they're gone. Classic Hondas on the Dragon 9. We didn't get to go to the show. I'm trying not to remind myself about it, but I'm still bummed because it's a year away before Classic Honda the Dragon 10. So I do have some shirts put aside for Cameron. These were the ones that I was supposed to take up there for his crew, and we didn't make it. And these guys have been so good to us, so you know what? I'm just going to send him those shirts for free. I've got to box those up today and get them to him. He's one of the Classic Hondas on the Dragon organizers. Good group of guys. Really like those guys, so this is on the way to him today. Quick update, only 2 XL shirts in the Del Sol left. I think there is 3 small. The medium Classic Hondas, I think I have 9 left, and in the small we have 10. Just give you the heads up, we're probably not going to make any more small because they're slow sellers. Just let you know, we are donating $5 for every shirt towards the hurricane relief. Just give you an FYI, just because I don't want to make small shirts anymore. Esther says, well, they don't sell very well. If you buy one, I'm probably going to throw you in an extra. So buy a small shirt for your kid, I'll throw you in an extra until they're gone. And I'm not going to make small anymore, so sorry for you small guys that complain we don't have small shirts. The reason is they don't sell. We have a few large left. These are almost gone. Talking of shirts, let me tell you something pretty exciting. That was when Milton came through and ruined everything. December 21st is the LHT Mega Meet. Let me tell you about that. If you came to our meet last year, September, we did a meet at Quaker Steak, and it was for a benefit for my sister-in-law that was battling cancer. Well, This is going to be a meet similar to that, but it's more of a meet just to get you guys together. So many times during that meet, I ran into some old friends, and old friends connected with other old friends that they haven't seen forever. All of the guys that used to hang out back in the day, the guys we used to go street racing with back in the 90s, early 2000s, the guys that we went to car shows with, the people we used to just meet around town that had the same kind of interest as you. This is for you guys. Come out, hang out, bring your group, reconnect with the people, bring your kids, bring your wives, bring your family members. This is a meet. We're not doing racing, we're not doing burnouts, we're not doing a stereo competition. This is for you guys that want to hang out with like-minded people. Like I always said, that's the kind of thing I'm into. We are going to make a dedicated shirt, and it's going to be kind of like a theme shirt, a tour shirt kind of. It's going to have the date, which is December 21st. It's going to have the date on it. It's going to be at Quaker State. Also, we're going to bring some motor compactos out. So if you guys want to bring your motor compactos, bring them out. We'll put parking together. Same thing, like-minded people. If you like motor compactos, why not bring a guy that's into the same thing, and he'll talk about motor compactos with you. Maybe we'll bring the hyper compactor out. Hopefully the video will be done by then, but we are building a scooter twice as fast as the last one. Give you a hint, it's all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. December 21st, mark your calendars. Quaker Steak, 5 p.m. till close. It'll end when the place closes down or when you guys start to leave. We will do a few raffles, a few other things. We'll bring some LHT merch, some of the LHT products that you might have seen in this video. We'll have some LHT cars on display. And some of the people that you see in the video, you're going to see there because they're my friends. They hang out. They do the same kind of thing as me. So join me December 21st, Quaker State, the LHT Mega Meet. I'm calling it a Mega Meet because it's going to be our biggest meet. See you there, December 21st. Let's get back to the products. Past video, I told you I lost my light well. George found it. It was upstairs. I dropped it, and this is it right here. This is the original one. I've had it a year. So these are all over Instagram right now. And the funny thing is, it's like, obviously, I'm not going to start talking about China because almost everything we own is in China. It's made there. The phone, the TV, everything you look at is made in China. Well, they can do really, really good things. They can do really, really bad things. Well, the problem is when something gets popular, people make a copy of a copy of a copy. This is the ones that we sell, and this is my light that I've tested for a year now. And again, I use it every single day. So that car is done. I'm going to show you what we did to it here in a minute. I didn't do a video on it because it seems like nobody is really as interested in S2000s as we are. I still love these cars. This one we're working on right now. This car came locally. The other car over there came from North Florida. The yellow car, Scott, this is what we did to his car. Everything is complete. Gonna go over it one more time, check it's happy. This one is the silver car we're working on right now. We always put a list of what we're doing. We have a work order, and then we transfer the work order over to the board. It's nice to be able to look over and check it and know what you've done and what needs to be done. It's like having a backup system. So these are underway right now. Reason this is apart, valve adjustment time. Switch the light on. See right there, it gives you plenty of light, very nice even light, and it's lightweight. Definitely a good idea to pick one of these up. We test every single one of them that we have. I don't sell the copy of the copy of the copy. I buy probably one of the more expensive ones, but I really like it. It does have a wave function. You've seen everyone advertise that. I don't use it. I think it's a gimmick because as soon as you stick your head in the dash, if a shadow passes, the wave function, it turns on and off. I find that annoying. I don't have time for turning stuff on and off with a wave function. It's kind of clever. I don't use it. I just reach side of my head, turn it off. So it's bright, dim, spotlight on the side. You see me wave my head, spotlight on the side, dim, and off. That's all you need to do. Go on full bright. There you go. Do your job. Put it back on charge. This is one of the cars we just finished. Let's put my headlamp on. Ready? Look at that. So we replaced the shift boot. We sell these in the store. He wanted black stitched. See that? Look how pretty that looks. Really nice leather too. And then we did the steering wheel at the same time. We showed you a steering wheel earlier. We're not going to offer that as a service because it was a real rigmarole. We only sell a wheel if we do the install and we're doing your car. This is new wrapped. And again, he wanted black stitching. See that? Very ooey, really nice feel. This is Napa leather, which is a high-grade leather. Very, very nice. Looks perfect. We can do this in any color stitching you want. We can do perforated, we can do plain, we can do the 12 o'clock stripe like I have on my car, just because I really like it. And then if you want to match the other things in the car, like my car, we did red stitching here, red stitching here. We did red seat belts. We have the red emblem document bag and the red storage bag. There's the document bag with the red emblem, and then there is the storage bag in blue. We have them in all colors, so we can make everything kind of match. Just gives you that kind of like a nice exotic kind of feel. Not exotic, but you know what I mean, just something a little bit special. When you get in the car, this is something you look at every day, and when you touch this and the shifter feels nice, it's just one of those things, gives you feedback on the car, just makes it a special place. And that's why we have these cars. They're not the most practical cars compared to a new car. They're noisy. Listen to the squeaky seat. But this is stuff that we all miss. If you're honest with yourself, a Honda guy, this is where it all started. This is where it all feels, is that raw feel, a little bit of creaky sound. You can hear the engine through the firewall. It's feedback. It makes you realize what you're doing. It's not isolating you from what you're doing. New cars, very, very quiet. Of course, newer cars, EVs and such, they're isolating you from life. They're going to make the cockpit so quiet. They're going to put the biggest screen here. You're going to feel like you're at home. Well, at that point, you may as well stay at home. So this one we just finished up. It's funny, we've just done two S2000s back to back with very similar mods. 20 millimeters lower on the suspension. We did the Skunk 2 Pro STs. I like that suspension. It's pretty inexpensive. It's very adjustable. I've had it on my car for 2 years and it fits. The hardware is nice. No problems, no leaking. And again, it's inexpensive. Factory Honda soft top. Did it on both. This is how you know it's factory Honda. It says Honda on the glass. So we did a soft top on this car and we did a soft top on this car. Look how beautiful that looks. Still a good looking car. You realize this car came out in 1999. And it's still a good looking car today. And it's a real car. Manual, rear wheel drive, high RPMs, just a fun car. I'm starting to really respect the old stuff more than I used to. I've always embraced new stuff. I have a new Type R in the other shop. It's just not as exciting as this. I've tried to make it exciting. I've tried to be excited about the new stuff. This is just where it's at for me. Old school Honda. Old school, high RPMs, engines, manual transmissions, squeaky seats. As of now, this is all the shirts we have left in black. This is the classic Hondas of the Dragon. We are going to donate $5 from every shirt to the hurricane relief. Let me turn my air conditioner off because it's 58 degrees outside. I don't know why it insists on coming on. I think it's just bored. I do not need it any colder. This is all we have left. Usually 2XL. They don't sell. For some reason, I put 2XL in. I think one guy bought them all. So anyway, we have tons of small left. Just let you know, we're not going to make small after this, because apart from my little girl, nobody else is a small. Now we end up getting stuck with these stupid things. Blue shirts, the Del Sol shirt, let's have a look. Or a super nice shirt, by the way. Nobody seems to make Del Sol shirts, so get them while you can. That's all I have left. 5 extra large, 2 medium, 2 small. Again, buy these for your kids. Cheap shirts. The way we've got it set up is I think you can get 5 shirts for the same price as 1 in shipping. So we can get 5 in an envelope. It's going to cost you $10.95, and we ship everything priority. So you're going to have it within 2 to 3 days, unless you live in Florida, because we had a little guy come through called Milton that kind of wrecked everything. So it slowed things down. But everybody else, you're getting it in 2 to 3 days. Even you guys in Hawaii, you're getting it fast. This is something I always look at. My dad gave me this and said, just remember when you're having a bad day, just remember you don't have to scrape your windshield before you go home. That's the end of the video. It's almost 9 o'clock. George should be here soon, and we'll be back to work. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the share, hit the subscribe, hit the like. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you.
$5 raffle tickets. If there's something you want, put it in the basket. So you get your $5 ticket. You save one half, the other half goes in the basket. If we pick your ticket,
You should take it slow, mister. Yes, that's the part you always show. So curious, baby, you should take it slow.
I think the first thing we're going to do is do the car show. The first place, it is car number 49, and it's a 2003 S2000. Now I'm kind of biased to S2000s anyway, but you guys liked it the most. You, Mario? That's awesome. Thanks for coming. Esther's going to give you the trophy. And we're going to take a picture. I've got Sebastian, the camera guy, right here. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.